I have the distinct honor and pleasure to introduce you all to Dr. Ivan Kocis, and he is a pioneer in two distinct areas that are kind of coming together in a very exciting convergence. In the 1960s, he started working on very advanced and fascinating concepts related to AI, and then fast forward many years, he became a pioneer in geothermal. So today we get to talk about this journey. It's so exciting, just because I don't think the vast majority of people that that will see this even realize that this was a concept that was years and years and years in the making. So tell me how it all kind of got started, how you got involved. How did you become an engineer and an innovator?
I could explain you the roots. Our real life, also with my sons, came after our Velvet Revolution, that means after beginning of 90s, where we were freed from the Russian world, and we could start to be entrepreneurs. And first, our together with my sons and some other colleagues was devoted to the special needed discipline of encryption and security of the IT environment. This was the first company we created together with the company of Igor, which my son, and we started to be active in this. Then the interest in our work was very intensive from the Interior Ministry of Interior, Army, and so as it is as it was in the world also in this discipline, and we practically made some 2-3 years work in this discipline and created a good company which has in special, that means in Interior Ministry and Defense Ministry, the good name, and but we finished with this area because of the much developed corruption. And we said it is not for us to fight and so
to
on.
fight to manage cybersecurity in the realm of yes. Oh my gosh.
We were then made or transferred our activities to the secure mobile. That means to make mobile very secure for the military or for the special purpose. But it was my one activity. The main activities were Igor and his team. I was on that time devoted to creating a technology park in West Slovakia. That means technology park which was situated just between Austria, Czech Republic, Slovakia and Hungary on the highway very near. And I was then developing this park, the technology park, with the municipalities, which were the substrate of that park. I was the chairman of the board of that park, and now it is a park with hundreds of industries which is working and which is actively in a very good position to surrounding countries. And this was one very important root of the geothermal thinking, because I wanted to heat some factories or in the park, in the industrial park, and I started to study what we need. There were some deep wells from the gas and oil time, but they were dead, and I wanted to convert them to the geothermal. And this was the start of the search for the possibilities and qualities and so on of the geothermal world, which was on that time, it was in 90s, not very developed. Yeah. And we started to think to leave the IT and to devote us and to start the geothermal anywhere, or first name was this, to be specialized on the geothermal
I mean, that's
technologies.
quite a step out from, you know, you've got your AI work, and then cybersecurity, and then developing out this kind of ecosystem for innovation, and then geothermal.
Yes, because I lived all the time, all my life in creative world, creative, and the geothermal world was very challenging and new challenge, which was important also from the IT and from the algorithms. It is not only drilling.
Right. I
but
mean, to
it
learn
is
geology all of a
something,
sudden.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
My sister is geologist.
Oh, okay.
That means I was studying geology with her.
Did she
that
love
means
it?
I made the sparring partner to my sister when she studied geology. That means I am
So you knew more
half
than
a geologist. But the main objective of our new company, Geothermal Anywhere, and then the activities in this company was how to have the in hand the environment despite the very located sites for geothermal. It was very limited, or that geothermal energy was developed only in some volcanic type of the active territory, but we wanted to be
have it
anywhere.
Anywhere you can put a hole in the ground. Yes.
And that means we shall go deeper, deeper than it was usual for oil and gas technology, which was going deepest 3-4 kilometers, and then horizontally 10 kilometers, but never needed to go deeper, as the geothermal energy needs to go to the hot positions where you have hundreds of centigrade to be able to drive the electricity production or heating districts and so on. And this was the main effort, how we can create or what technology we shall create to be able to go to the extreme depth. And this is the something which was needed or pushed us to the creating plasma technology for drilling, not a mechanical only, but plasma, and also parallelly some drilling equipment which we now finished or developed with some partners, which was able to drill autonomously without the rig, without rotating pipe, which was losing the energy. The rotating
I'm
part,
giggling because I was about to say, and that's revolutionary.
that is
Silly.
that is something
It's
which was
revolving.
quite innovative, and our effort in this direction is still in a research and development phase, but we are working with partners which are very renowned, also in United States, in Brazil, and we start now also with some companies which will need energy for data centers. Data centers are very consuming many megawatts, and to have to be able to use, for instance, sun or wind energy is not possible because they are not continuously working, but geothermal energy, and we developed this concept, is a very reliable source and source which can be scaled up for the data centers, which now will serve very intensively for artificial intelligence environment, and this is the
It's so interesting how
yes,
you've really gone full
to
circle.
be again
Yes,
in
yes.
artificial intelligence, but from the other side.
So let's get back to the artificial intelligence thing, because I think that is, again, so fascinating. So it's 1965, right? So you decide to start getting involved in artificial intelligence, and you get an invitation from the godfather of
Yes.
AI.
Yeah.
Tell me all about that. And I want to hear, like, what was New York like for a gentleman from Slovakia in 1965? You show up. I mean, I want to tell me this. Tell me
Yeah.
this story.
Of course, I or the partners, means creator of the artificial intelligence, which Professor McCarthy was not approaching me as an unknown person, but I presented him our results for my PhD work on that time, which was devoted to the, as I already said in this, was devoted to the optimal environment, that means IT environment, for realization, quick realization, effective realization of the artificial intelligence. Mainly on that time it were neural networks.
Okay,
It
so
was not
everybody talks.
artificial intelligence as now, but it was the root, which is also in these days is the core of the algorithms, are the algorithm of neural networks.
Okay, define neural networks, because we're all running around saying neural networks, and I don't know what it tell
They
me.
are inside the present algorithms of AI. That means practically the return of the neural networks to the life, to the real life. And this is the something which was in 70s. It was a little bit neglected. That means the neural networks were in 60s and 70s. Then it was a decline of activities, and again the life, intensive life of neural networks began in 90s and after, inside the AI systems.
What possibilities were you all thinking about when you were developing all of this? Like, what were you envisioning? What did you think was going to, what were you going to build with this AI? What were you going to build with these neural networks?
We are very closely connected as a company, as people, to the real problems of the artificial intelligence. That means the real problems are the environment for the realization of such algorithms, then the energy, which is very important for the realization of large artificial intelligence systems, inclusive the systems on data centers, which is now starting to be realized, but they need much more energy, the energy which is reliable, not some wind or solar, or our maybe competition by philosophy is the nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is mostly clean, except some catastrophic cases, but we are able to use the experience which we accumulated during the previous 10-20 years, and to bring them into this real AI world, which needs very high capacities of the systems. That means the data centers now for practical realization of artificial intelligence.
But were you thinking about data centers in the 1960s and 1970s, or were you thinking about, I'm going to use artificial intelligence to build a see-through plane, or I don't know. I mean, what were you at the time? Like, you're building all of these things, you're creating all of these. What were you? So with geothermal, you're solving for a very specific problem, and that's energy. With cybersecurity, you're solving for a very specific problem, and that's keeping your data safe and all of that, and keeping the fidelity of the data. When you were building AI, when you were innovating on something that people hadn't even thought about, what were you thinking about? What were you envisioning delivering? So now you're going to deliver clean energy, you were delivering security. What were you what were you thinking about in terms of possibility?
From the beginning, that means in 60s, we were able to think to make some vision of the development, that it will go to the very effective, intensive computing systems, which will be 3 or 4 orders much more effective, much more for realization of the artificial intelligence algorithms. That means it is hand in hand the development of the algorithms, AI algorithms, with a very high efficiency computing environment. We are more on the side of the environment and delivering of energy for such large systems. Delivering of energy is the geothermal anywhere goal. Yes, to have a cheap energy, continuous 24/7 production of the energy, and to extend such special purpose devoting of the artificial intelligence to the not only delivering the energy for such algorithms, but delivering the energy as a side effect to the heating of the districts and so, which is the natural effect of the deep drilling technologies which we follow. And this is practically something which was in only imagination, what we can do now in these times, to go deeper, to go to the without expensive rigs,
Right. Yes.
and so, which is appreciated by many users, that we need not very expensive rigs, and which are more or less mastodons of the technology, and to devote us to the systems where we have, without the rigs, with a flexible pipe only, not a rotating pipes like in traditional or conventional drilling. The rotating pipes by drilling are very high losers of the energy, because the friction of the pipe all the way the pipes are rotating, and the friction to the surrounding is 80-90% of the energy is lost.
Okay, and so that, what you're talking about now is your anchor bit product, right? So
Yes.
tell me more about that. And you'll have a new one coming out pretty soon too, right?
The goal of the anchor bit is to have something autonomous movement downhole without this rotating pipe. That means energy is delivered by the by mud, which is pumped, and the energy is converted by some turbine downhole, and creating the electricity or needed force for the movement of the excuse me. Okay, that means this system is autonomous enough that the loss of energy is minimized. But we have the movement of the system by drilling in full control. This is the system now, which is in most advanced part, comparing with plasma, is able to move like the caterpillar, similar, and to have the ability to be much more energy efficient than the systems which are bringing the energy through rotating pipes.
I see. Yeah, it's so funny because I always explain it that way, that it's like an inchworm. And I went through this whole process of learning that they actually are much more energy efficient than a regular. It's
because
so cool.
these loss of energies by conventional system by rotating pipes is the 80 or plus minus percent, and we were able to minimize these losses.
That's incredible.
And it is also then the speed, because it is locally controlled and locally generating the force for the drilling. It is quite revolutionary for going autonomous to very deep positions, which is our ultimate goal.
Yes. And so, okay, so you've got these efficiencies in terms of what AI may be able to deliver across energy grids and systems and things of that nature. And that's something that you've been thinking about since the 1960s. Fast forward, people are using AI models in their daily life. Do you use AI? Do you play around with it?
I am not so intensively using AI as my sons, which are every hour connected to the AI and consulting and getting the information, which is helping us very also in the scientific field, technology field, but also in marketing field, which is critical. We shall use it because it exists, and the people or companies which are not using are will not exist in some years, very near years.
But it's just so fascinating to me that, like, you've got all these efficiencies that could potentially happen, but then you have to have the power to do it. So this journey that is, I mean, it's wild, right? You started out with AI in the 60s, then you went into cybersecurity, then you went into, again, building those ecosystems, and now it's so elegant. It's such an elegant kind of macro challenge solving. It's amazing.
The main characteristics are in our field, geothermal, that it is distributed. That you can create energy where it is needed, not where the nuclear power station is, and then you shall transfer the energy, which is very expensive, and our philosophy is the local creating of the energy, which is optimal, for instance, for Africa. You cannot afford in Africa to have one nuclear station and then transmission lines and so on to the user. You can have the geothermal energy, deep energy, also where the obvious sources of geothermal is not now used, because it is only in active, volcanic active or tectonic active sites, but you can effectively go to the deep hot position, which is our aim, and to create autonomous distributed systems for such like continent of Africa or America, not only for the west coast where the energy is
Right.
abundant,
Uh-huh.
but also to create it in such cold, because in cold regions like east coast or so, we will be able to go deeper where the heat is abundant.
I think the thing that excites me the most about geothermal across the board, I mean, the cleanliness, of course, it is the cleanest source of, but the idea of de-weaponizing energy is just magnificent. And this idea that you can, in fact, have energy equity. I don't think people realize that there are many, many places on this planet where people, they just don't have power, which means they don't have power, then they don't have water, then they don't have health care, you know, and it's on and on and on. If you can solve the energy problem, you can solve the water problem.
Energy is the core
Yes.
of the needs.
Yes.
And the core of the needs is also in such areas like desalination,
Yes.
which you could make in such a way that where it is needed, we can go down to the hot and to deliver the heat or to deliver
Cold,
the
yeah.
electricity, which is important for such regions which are now starving
Yes.
with the energy. And the energy is the instrument for wars and
Absolutely.
instrument for pressure and instrument because it is very rare
Right.
and
Yes.
concentrated on
Yes.
some, but creating the abundant electricity source or heat source by geothermal, you are freed from the locality.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just so incredible. It's so exciting.
And we are very exciting also, and we are
Yes.
actively in this to create it as a realm.
It's magnificent. Well, thank you so much for sharing with
Thank
us
you.
today. I really, really appreciate this conversation. So thank you.
Thank you.